This epic disaster. How are you?
Doing okay. How are you?
All right, so we should cover this because, and it's going to be out of sync. It's out of sequence, out of time, out of mind. So people last week listened to the show. My lips are already not working. People last week listened to the show, but the thing is, the week before that, we didn't have a show. We didn't have a show because I screwed up.
Yep.
And it's something I don't think I've ever done it before. I actually recorded over the podcast.
Whoopsie.
So the way I start the podcast, we use the same software on the computer to record the podcast. Mm-hmm. And whenever I start up, I always do a save as, so that we have a brand new file. And for whatever reason, I didn't do it. I didn't do the save as, and we recorded. And then at the end, I pushed save, and it saved right on top of it.
Right on top of it.
So the thing is, I'm going out of town for a week.
Yep.
And my wife's family, someone's getting married, so it's a wedding. We're traveling, and we're going to be gone for a while. Mm-hmm. And so we're trying to stay. We're trying to stay ahead on the podcast, and we're trying to get the week that I'm going to be gone, we're trying to make sure that we have it. So we're recording out of sync. We're a little ahead.
And we found something out. We're trying to stay ahead and everything.
Yeah.
But since I do these national days of the week,
yes,
we can't just use a recording and throw it in wherever.
If you hadn't done that, we could have just used this week or last week's podcast for it's confusing.
So we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And you have never done that before, but no. I will say that one thing that you have done before is blame me for your mistakes, which you did on Facebook.
Yeah, I always try to, I want to blame someone else for my mistakes. I'm wondering if the beer that we have this week is a mistake. I don't think so.
I'll tell you what we're drinking, and then y'all can decide.
I actually got it because of the ABV of it.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm going to like about this.
Maybe. I think that you might be right, but I don't know.
So what we're drinking today is Lagunitas Maximus Colossal IPA. 9% alcohol by volume. On the bottle, it says, "Life is uncertain. Don't sip."
I almost ripped my fingers off trying to
It's not a twist off.
Forgot we don't do those on this show.
And there is a little picture of a Dogus Maximus on the front.
It's going to be a little bitter.
Which is cute. Can I have this now, please? Thank you.
So when I was getting this, I started thinking, I was like, why do people want to drink bitter beer?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a thing. IPAs are the most popular beer. Right?
Yeah.
And why do people like the bitter beer? And I asked that not just about beer, but people like bitter coffee. Mm-hmm. Starbucks coffee is like one of the top selling coffees, and it's bitter. It's burned. It's got a strong taste. People gravitate toward that strong bitter taste, and I cannot understand it.
And bitter chocolate, too.
I'm not that person.
You're not that person.
I'm not.
You're not a bitter person.
Not a bitter person, and I'm going to be drinking a bitter beer. The reason I got this beer, the alcohol by volume is 9.0.
I already mentioned that. But now you just reiterated what I said. Mm-hmm. So that's totally fine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an IPA, Woo! That's for sure.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. And I didn't bring any water up or anything. Okay, so funny story. Funny story. Dragon Con just happened.
It's happening as we talk, but we're out of sync.
Yeah.
And so it was 2 weeks ago.
Right. And, excuse me, I chose not to attend.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of thinking I would go this year. Mm-hmm. But the reason I wanted to go is because they were restricting the amount of people that could go.
Okay.
And that would be good for my anxiety.
Yeah.
But the reason that they're restricting the amount of people is because Delta. Yeah. COVID. Mm-hmm. So, it's probably best not to go.
Yeah.
I do have some friends, however, that went, and, they're vaccinated. They're taking precautions. Yep. They're doing the best they can. Hopefully they're all staying healthy.
Mike's there. Both Mikes. Mike Faber, Mike Gordon. There.
Yep. And also...
we did the show with them almost a year ago. I just wanted to throw that out. Sorry.
Yeah. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. If you guys even listen anymore.
Seems like it was just the other day.
There's also another Mike there that's part of that same friend group is Mike Faulkner.
Too many Mikes.
I wonder if I should have said his name. And then my friend Gary is there too.
No, it's a totally different person.
Totally. He's not a Mike.
No.
But he's like an honorary Mike.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I won't even say that. He is Gary.
Yeah.
Gary. But yeah, they're all having a great time. But one of our listeners is there, and I'll go ahead and say his name. I've said it before, is Downey.
Okay.
And he sent me a message the other day. He was in a Battlestar Galactica panel.
Okay.
Where they had some of the stars from the show, the reboot. And I don't know if they had any stars from the early one, but they had the stars from the reboot. And he said that I sound exactly like Tricia Helfer.
I have no idea who that is.
So Tricia Helfer played the tall, blonde Cylon.
I don't know who that is.
You watched it with me.
Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, BSG.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I watched three things with you. Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
The one I always forget. It starts with an E. The
Enterprise?
No, the town.
Eureka.
Uh-huh. And the one with the Star Trek with what was his name?
Scott Bakula?
Scott Bakula.
That's Enterprise.
Okay. Those are the only one I never watched.
It was on when you were in the room. Let's just say that.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. So I did watch it with you in my presence, but you were busy doing other things, apparently.
No, that didn't happen.
But so he says this, so now guess what I'm going to have to do?
You're going to have to get it back into a relationship with me and move into a house so that you can watch Battlestar Galactica again and say that you watched it with me.
I'm not that crazy.
Okay.
I am going to have to go back and watch Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
At least a few episodes.
Can you not just find a YouTube video with the person talking?
But watching the show sounds like so much more fun to me.
Okay, maybe.
It's been a couple years since I've watched it. As a matter of fact, this is a funny story. Another funny story. I've watched Battlestar Galactica. There's 4 seasons. And I've watched it, I'm going to go with maybe 10 times.
Okay.
But I never watched like the last 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And I certainly never watched the last episode until the last time I watched it.
So you don't know what's happening?
Well, I do now because I watched it the last time. But I was... Oh, I don't want to say this out loud. I was disappointed. I wanted it to be something different.
Okay.
I wanted it to end differently. And the way it ended disappointed me.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there and let all my friends know that I'm disappointed.
Aww.
But I do want to see if I sound like her.
Okay, well, let me see if I can help your disappointment, and let's play a little game. It's fun, a fun game. We all play this game.
Yay!
We love the game. Would you rather? Let's do it really quick here. I'm going to drop a color, and you
do it.
can...
I'm going to read you a thing.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't guess today, because I would have missed it.
What'd you get?
Blue.
Okay.
Blue.
So blue stands for appearance and embarrassment. Are you often embarrassed by your appearance?
No, rarely.
Were you as a child embarrassed by your appearance?
Not embarrassed by my appearance. I was shy. I didn't. I don't think I ever. It's maybe 2 years of my life when I thought I looked cool.
Okay.
But most, for the most part, no, I don't care.
Oh, this is funny.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Yes.
As a man,
I am a man,
which you are, be named Dick Hertz?
I'm close to that.
Or Ben Dover?
Both of those are stupid. I was thinking, I don't think anybody names their kid Dick anymore.
I don't think so. And even Richards,
yeah.
I don't think that Dick is a common nickname.
No. I've known a few Dicks.
So have I.
In my life. And I don't know. I've never understood why they just didn't change their name. I don't think they care. But Ben Dover's probably a little better. I would think I would go with that.
But you could go by Benjamin.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why not? I think I would do that. And even bend over is not as much as Dick Hertz.
Right.
I mean, that's
Do you know what's
bad.
funny about this, though? I worked, and I'm not going to say where I worked, and I'm not going to say what kind of business it was, but one of our clients was named Richard Hertz.
I think I've known somebody named Ben Dover, too. So there you go.
That's funny. All right. It's my turn to drop a colored stone.
Another blue one.
We're twinsies today. Ooh. We're twinning.
All right, boy, I'm going to need some glasses today.
Yep.
Putting them on. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope
now
you're
you
feeling
can
good
see.
out there. Got a little time off? Okay. Again, appearance or embarrassment. Would you rather have a bird that says "fuck you" every time someone walks in the room.
That.
Or have a dog that humps all of your guests' legs.
The bird.
You want to
Totally.
fuck
I want to fuck you, bird.
fuck you.
I would love that. That would just crack me up beyond belief.
That people would love it too. I think people would like a fuck you bird more than they would want to be
A humpy dog.
have their leg humped.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Nobody likes a humpy dog.
No.
So, what's going on? What's happening?
I don't know. I was going to talk about something. I was trying to remember what it was I was going to talk about. I remember, and it kind of fits into the whole thing of what I was.
I was going to
talk
remind
about.
you just now, but I'm glad you remembered. And it's funny thing that he forgot what he was going to talk about.
So I want to talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
What I want to talk. Well, I don't know. I've got several things I want to talk about, but the first thing I want to talk about is dreams. Now, I might have kind of mentioned this. So here's the thing, and we have to kind of do this little disclaimer to the people
Okay.
Out there. Is 2 weeks ago when we did the show, we talked about a lot of stuff, and now that show doesn't exist, and we don't remember what we talked about. So there's going to be a lot of times when we say we talked about this on the podcast, and no one knows because we don't have that podcast,
Right.
And we can't remember what we talked about,
Right.
So if we say that and you're like, no, you didn't, what are you talking about?
Raise your hand and let us know.
That's probably the mystery podcast.
It's the mystery.
We should also mention on that podcast, we did, instead of beer, we did bloody beer.
We did.
We decided to do a bloody beer. It was Miller Lite.
Yes.
With tomato juice.
Yes. And that was it, because that's how I like my bloody beer.
Right. And so since it doesn't exist, we might do that again.
But we might actually bring up some of the accoutrements that normally go with a bloody beer.
Right.
So that you can try the different flavors.
Yeah. It was okay, but I didn't particularly like it.
Yeah.
The one thing
we won't be bringing in is Clamato.
No, we're not going to do that.
No.
Okay. So I want to talk about dreams. So I'm in a pattern, I don't know, it's a rhythm or something, where I'm remembering my dreams.
That's awesome. I love remembering.
Yeah, and those are, and so my dream, I'll have 20 dreams at night, and so I'll remember all these 20 dreams.
Wow.
Do you do that? Do you have because I wake up so often.
Yeah, I don't tend to have that many dreams. I tend to have one long dream.
Oh, okay.
It might change and go weird.
Yeah.
First I'm driving down the car and then I'm baking a cake.
Right.
That kind of thing, which you could say is two separate dreams.
Yeah.
But I look at it as one big dream.
So I've been having a lot of them, and I'm remembering them, which is good. And I'll get up and I'll tell my wife, and she'll laugh her ass off because some of them are pretty funny.
Some of them are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm discovering a couple things. So recently, I've got in my dreams. There's a theme that's running through my dreams, and it's nostalgia. And we had this conversation on the show before about I'm not a nostalgic person.
You're not.
I don't. I mean, I'm fine with my past.
And you have memories.
Yeah, I like remembering things that happened in the past. I just don't dwell on the past.
Right.
So I don't like getting together with friends and going, remember when we did that thing? I don't care. That was a long time ago.
It's done.
So I just don't live in the past. I'm not a nostalgic person. But my dreams have had a foot in nostalgia. So a lot of I dream a lot of stuff about my parents and being at the house that I grew up with my parents. Yeah. And last night I dreamed about a class reunion, and there were people that I haven't seen in a long time doing things. And so it's just a lot of things about my past.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if that's age. I think it is. It's just getting older, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. You may be. Because you just started a new business.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of getting out of your old business or wanting to. Mm-hmm. I mean, you still have jobs booked, but you're kind of wanting to slow that down and go and focus on this new business. So maybe you're looking for some kind of roots.
Well, it could be that, but I mean, it's the same. Now I live in a different place from how I grew up, and friends are new, and everything is new. So I don't know if if just my mind, and I think maybe some of the age has to do with it. You kind of try to get in touch. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But so I had this dream, man. This was a dream. Like, I didn't understand a lot of the symbolic significance until, like, I was telling my wife the dream, and I was just like, wait a minute. So, okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit of this, and I want you to tell me if you can interpret my dreams.
I'll
I don't
try.
know.
I'm really not as good as you are.
But some of this is a little obvious.
Okay.
So the first time and I won't describe everything in detail.
Yeah,
I'll try to go to the important part.
Sure.
So I'm in bed, and my wife is in bed. So we're in a room. Now this room is underground.
Okay.
It's almost like a
like a shelter,
prairie dog room, because it's like underground, but there's a hole at the top, and you can sit up in bed, and your head would be out of the ground. I don't know what that is. It's like the world's worst Airbnb.
I guess. Is that how you got into the room?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm in bed. So I know that I'm in bed, and it's kind of, we've got the I Love Lucy beds. We each have our own separate bed.
Wow. That's not normal.
It's single beds. And I don't know what the significance of that is, although you might figure it out as you're going along.
Okay.
So, so I'm in bed. I'm naked in bed, and so we're in there. And I sit up in bed, and I'm looking out
the prairie hole.
Yeah, and just it's morning, and I'm just like, oh wow, just enjoying the sun and all the stuff. And some guy comes into the room, and somebody that my wife knows. Now, in my dream, and this is part of the nostalgic, because I've discovered that when I dream now, everybody's in their 20s. I'm in my 20s. My wife's in her 20s. We weren't in our 20s at the same time.
Right.
When I was in my 20s, I think she was like a little kid.
She's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jailbait.
Right.
So, but yeah. So we're all in our 20s. We're all in college age, and so this guy comes in. He's like the pool boy.
Okay.
I don't even think he's wearing a shirt.
Cabana boy.
Yeah, just good looking, kind of maybe
Tan.
Latin type of dude. And he comes
Muscular.
out. I don't know who he is, but my wife knows him. And so they start having a conversation, and I don't really care. So I'm just sitting there, but I'm naked in bed. Now I have a cover on.
Sure.
And I'm looking out. And so I decide to come back in the bed.
Bring your head back in.
So I come back in, and I feel someone is in my bed. And I looked, and dude has gotten in my bed.
Gotten in your bed.
He's in my bed, laying on his side, chatting with my wife.
Okay.
While I'm naked.
Is he still dressed?
He's dressed.
Is he on top of the covers or under?
I think he's like kind of under, but
okay.
I mean, so he's in, and he's just chatting. And so I'm like, what? I can't get in my bed. Why is this dude in my bed while I'm nude?
Okay.
Chatting with my wife. And so I get really kind of mad about it, because she let him do that.
Right.
And she's not saying, you need to leave, my husband's naked in the
right.
bed.
Right.
And so I get really irritated, and somehow, I don't know, I think I wrapped the sheet around me or something, but I put my pants on, and I get up and I leave. And I think, so I'm just
So
thinking,
you left him in there with your wife?
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm like, why didn't she do something about it?
Okay.
So I go off, and I go, so I don't know. I went to some event, and this is a sort of a tangent. It doesn't really have anything to do with this. But anyway, so I go to this little event, and then when I'm done, I decide I'm going to leave, and it's dark, and I'm coming out, and I'm walking across the ground, and there's like these hills. That go down. So like to leave where I'm like going to my car or wherever it is. Right. You have to kind of go down these hills, and they're steep hills. And I'm wearing like good shoes, not like sneakers, I'm like
dress shoes.
Yeah, dress shoes. And so there's these little paths that people have already walked down. And so there's grass. It's really short grass, but there's these tiny little hills that people have walked down, that because all these people have walked down, it's very muddy. And it's, I don't know, it's been raining, and so it's kind of wet. So, but you can slip and fall, so you gotta be really careful. So the first one is really it's not that steep, and I start going down that, and as I'm going down, I start sliding, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, go on that, and it wasn't that long, but then I was like, that was cool. So the next one's a little longer, and I'm like, this one is going.
So it wasn't scary; it was fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And so the next one, I'm like, this one, it was steeper. So I was like, I'm going to do this, and so I was going to ski. I was like, I'm going to do it with 1 foot. So I get on just 1 foot, and I just skate down mud slide. I'm going down on one foot and just sliding down, go all the way down, boom, make it. No problem.
Nice. Well
People
done.
are looking at me. They're like, that guy is cool. So, and then the big one, the really long, like 15 feet or something. Do the same thing, 1 foot, sliding down, whoo, all the way down, make it.
Wow.
Perfect.
Wow.
And then I just walking off. And I looked down at one point, and I was like, and one shoe was like really muddy, and the other was not.
Yeah.
But it was cool. And it was almost like flying in your dream. You know, when you do that.
I love that.
And okay, and so that happens, and then at another point, and now time has happened. I can't remember all the setup. I just remember that I'm in a place where I'm watching TV. I think I'm laying in a bed again, watching
bed.
TV.
Are you naked?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I am. This is like bedtime, so I'm watching TV, and another dude comes in, and this guy, and I described him to my wife as like what you would think is a really, really young Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
Buscemi, is that how you say his name?
Buscemi.
Buscemi. He is really small, like maybe 18 years old, 19 years old.
And thin?
Very thin, slight. But, at that age, almost everybody's pretty. So he's kind of like but he just looks young.
Uh-huh.
And so, but I get immediately, I kind of sort of, and this is stupid, but I kind of get this little gay vibe. I'm just like, this guy might be gay. I don't know why I think that. But he just has a look that I just kind of, and the way he holds himself, I just kind of feel like maybe he might be gay. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So he introduces me, and I don't know what this has to do with the dream, but it turns out he's one of the Three Stooges.
What?
But the Three Stooges were like current. It wasn't like the actual old guy Three Stooges.
Right.
So he's like the middle stooge, which I can't remember. That's Larry. So I was like, oh, you're that guy. You're the guy that's the stooge. And he's like, yeah. So he comes in, and so it turns out I'm watching the Three Stooges. So that's how I guess I know. So he's like, oh, I want to watch this. And so he jumps in the bed with me.
Is it a little bed again? A twin bed?
It's just a rig. I don't remember what kind of bed, but he's in the bed with me. He has his arm around my back, and his hand on my chest, and he puts his head on my chest.
Oh,
and
he's cuddling.
Yeah, and he's watching him on TV.
Watching himself.
And I remember the dream. I'm thinking, oh, this guy is gay, and he obviously thinks I'm gay. Mm-hmm. So I need to tell him I'm not gay because and then I'm really concerned. I'm like, what if he like puts his hand under the bed and like starts something? I need to let him know this is not going to happen.
You just don't want any confusion.
No, I don't. He needs to know. And so, but he's not interested. He's watching the TV show. And I remember like, all right, so this is kind of personal, but I'll just say it anyway. So I remember at that point, I started getting like morning wood. I started like getting a thing, and it came into my dream. So I remember my dream. I was getting stiff in my dream, and I remember thinking, oh man, if he sees that I'm getting a hard on, he's gonna think I'm gay,
right? And
I'm not gay,
right? So
I need to let him know, and plus I need to get him out of my bed
and off of me.
And so, and finally he's done. He sees the show. He's like, he leaves, and I don't even have to tell him. He's like, he's gone.
Okay.
And
he just wanted a cuddle, buddy.
He's gone. And then I wake up. I feel like something else happened now. I can't even remember. But that's enough. So all right. So now I have this medley of dreams where a dude is in my bed while I'm naked, chatting with my wife.
Yep.
And he got in without my permission.
Right.
He got in. And then I'm sliding down a mud road. I'm sliding down a muddy path. Mm-hmm. Figure it out. I'm not going to go. I'm just saying it's a little symbolic.
You think?
When you're sliding down the mud road. Oh, I do remember the other one.
What was it?
The last scenario. And I won't go into all the details, but it involved.
So this was after you cuddled with Steve?
Yes.
Okay.
There was I was in a place kind of like Denmark or Amsterdam or something, and everybody had to drive through this tunnel. Yes, a tunnel. It went through a mountain, and it was really, really, really narrow.
Uh-huh.
So to get through it, it was as hard with your car. It was like hard to get through. And there was this old man that like cut me off, and he drove through really, really quick. And when he did, he just slammed the side of his car onto the tunnel, and then he kept going. It's like he didn't care. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And then I had to drive like in a circle or something and come back around, and the same guy comes through, and this time he has his wife with him, and they're both in their 70s, 80s,
Sure.
I don't know. And he goes through again, and he slams his car through, and it like hits on her side, on the passenger side.
Yeah.
Just right through the tunnel, slamming. All right. So now I've got the dude in my bed.
Chatting with your wife.
I got sliding down the dirt road. I've got being in the bed with a stooge, a young gay stooge.
Who's cuddling you.
Who's cuddling me while I'm naked. And I'm getting a stiffy in real life. Now, I don't think that I'm sure it has nothing to do with the dream. There was nothing sexual or exciting happening in the dream.
Right.
I think it was just a thing that happens. But it is happening while Larry, the stooge, is in my bed. Young, tousled hair, thin
Pretty
stooge in my bed.
Cuddling you.
Which wouldn't be the first time.
I mean,
I'm going to admit it.
Let's be real.
And then the old couple going through the tunnel, bashing up their car. What does my dreams mean? Because I did not detect the homoerotic theme until like the next day when I was just telling my wife. I was just like, holy crap, this is maybe a dream I need to be telling a therapist, not my wife. I don't know.
Oh, so you're telling me instead.
No, now I'm listening.
Now you're telling everybody.
Well, I mean, there was never, first of all, I'm very secure in my sexuality.
Yes.
And if I woke up and suddenly realized, oh man, I'm gay, okay, then
you
that's
would go
fine.
on. Yeah.
I don't care. But I'm not, and I don't have those tendencies. But apparently in my dreams I do.
Apparently.
But I'm trying to figure out why am I getting all of this dude actions in my dream? I don't know what it is. I feel like, so from the surface level, it's easy to look at it and go, it's a gay dream, or it means you're struggling with your sexuality. And I don't think I think it's got to mean something more than that. There's got to be something different. For instance, am I somehow revisiting my young? So I was talking about, the nostalgia in my dreams. Am I lamenting the loss of my young studly life when I was?
You didn't have a studly life. I'm sorry.
Young sexuality. I don't know. I mean, so the first guy I got no gay vibe from the first guy.
Right. He was just your wife's
He
friend.
was my wife's friend. He just happens to be in the bed with me while I'm naked.
And he's also a very sexy cabana boy.
Apparently. And he had he didn't even look at me. We had no interaction
No
at
connection.
all. Yeah.
No interaction.
But the second guy.
Was cuddling you.
Totally.
Yeah. Maybe you're looking at it a little too literally.
Okay.
Maybe you are in the need for some male affection.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Didn't think
you're
about
actually, because I know that you've never had like a lot of friends, like local friends that you visit with on a regular basis.
I did when I was young, but
When you
not
were
as
young.
I'm older. Yeah. Well, I moved around a lot, and you don't tend to make friends as you get older.
Right, right. So maybe you're desiring some male affection or some male connection.
Well, that, and I've never done, but that's sort of a stereotype, is that men like the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
I think Paul Reiser, the comedian Paul Reiser, did a Mad About You episode about that. That was one of the recurring themes, is the Three Stooges were like how the men bonded with him.
Right,
They
right.
would get together and watch and even Seinfeld, I think, sometimes.
So, it's possible that you're just in the need for a little,
Male affection, male
connection,
companionship. But why are they in the bed with me while I'm naked?
Well,
I don't want it that bad.
No, but you were, at the time you were dreaming, you were in bed naked.
Yeah.
So maybe you were just putting yourself in the same situation that reality is.
I guess.
Because I oftentimes have dreams where I'm in my bed. And, then, as the dream progresses, you tend to, like, get out of the bed and maybe even get back in the bed. Mm-hmm. But if your body is already in the bed physically, your brain is going to make that connection.
And
so
why am I sliding down the mud roads?
That was just fun. That was just fun, maybe.
Not sexual at all.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was, you were accomplishing something because you didn't fall.
Right.
You were having fun. It was like flying. Mm-hmm. Maybe you were like...
Did you fly in your dreams?
Sometimes I will fly in my dreams, but more often than not, I don't actually fly.
Yeah.
I just jump long distances.
Yeah. So I have that in my dream, which is like you have to spring off and then you can go and it's like flying.
It's like flying, yeah.
But you can like run really fast and then kind of jump and then you'll come back down, but then you can pop yourself back up.
Right back up, yep.
It's awesome. And like many years when I was a kid, I totally believed I could do that.
I thought so too.
I thought it was real. I was just like, I know that I could do that.
Given the opportunity,
so
I
real.
know I could do this.
Yeah.
Because that's so funny that we've never spoken about that because I've had those in my dreams my entire life. And when I was little, I used to think I was convinced I could do it too.
Yeah, it's a very realistic thing. Like flying like Superman is unrealistic, but like for some reason it feels like it's so natural, like springing and bouncing up and then staying in the air for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like
and you don't fall back hard. You just bounce
it's
back
like
down
a whale or a
up.
dolphin underwater. It's like you go up and breathe and then you're underwater for an hour or two. It's the same way. It's like you spring off and then you're in the air for quite a while.
Right.
But you're gradually falling a little bit. You're going to have to hit it. And you could do it off of a building. The side of a building could make you stay in the air. Yeah, I wonder what that is.
I wonder what's happening like in your nervous system physically when you're dreaming that. Like what is your body feeling? What is happening? Like what synapses are telling you that you can do that?
I don't know, but it was the exact same feel. Going down the little mud things on one foot. Now, if I did it with 2 feet, I'm just skating, that would just be kind of fun. But one was almost like flying, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I can do this. And I did it, and then, you're balancing, and people are watching, and it's really cool.
I love that feeling. I haven't actually done that in my dreams in some time.
Okay.
It's been a while, and I miss it. It's like I was just thinking about this the other day.
You'll do it tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And I don't know if it's, I don't know. Maybe you have to be like sober when you go to sleep. And that's not normal for me.
Well, okay. So like last night, and this is interesting too, because I have in my dreams, I have a lot of frequently, I'll dream of these kind of nerdy girls that have a crush on me, and I'm like trying to get away from them. Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way. It's just like they're friends and they're nice and everything, but it's just like I don't want to start anything with them. I don't like them that way.
Right.
So last night there was this girl, and she's a mixture of my wife and Zoe Deschanel from Elf, the character in Elf.
Okay.
That kind of dry personality, she's like almost like no emotion or whatever. My wife is not totally not dry. She's very emotion packed and happy
and driven by emotions.
But this was like a mixture of both of them. And so I saw this girl coming toward me, and I was like, oh no, I don't want her to, because we had like dated or something, and I knew it, and I was like really trying to like not encourage things. And I was looking for some CDs I had.
CDs.
And I laid them down somewhere and I couldn't find them. And I was looking, I was like in a hospital or something, which is weird because my wife works in a hospital. But so I was going all around looking for them. And this person I could see out of the corner of my eye, she kept following me everywhere. She's trying to catch me so we could talk about whatever.
Yeah. And
I was looking for my CDs, and like whenever she would get like really close to me, I would like suddenly turn and go into another area.
You were being stalked.
But yeah. I remember at the very end, we finally connected, and she starts talking to me. She's like, can I talk to you? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. What's the matter? And so we start chatting, and then I woke up right after that. And then I remember when I woke up, I was like, dang it, I want to go back to sleep and see how that one ends.
You wanted to see what she had to
say. She was really cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I didn't want to date her or something.
Right. Well, you're married.
I don't know why, because she was cute. Look, can you imagine a cross between my wife and Zoe Deschanel? why wouldn't you want to?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So my dream last night involved a lot of different rooms, which my dreams normally do. I go from room to room to room. And I was with a guy who's kind of become a presence in my dream. Now, when I was little...
So like a guy you only know in your dreams?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, when I was
What's
little...
his name?
I don't know.
Oh, man. You should ask.
When I was little, I had I had a recurring character. Not
Okay.
recurring dreams, but a recurring character.
Oh, wow.
And he was always chasing me from something.
Uh-oh.
But he never hurt me.
It's not like a bear. He wasn't a brown bear.
No, the brown bear thing, totally different feel. But this guy was scary at first. Like, I first dreamed about him when I was like 8 years old, and he was just huge and scary and But he never got me. He never hurt me. But he scared me away from things. Always scared me away. Always chased me off. Always, I don't know. It was just weird. But he never caught me. And one time in my dream, I turned around and I say, I recognize you. What is it that you're chasing me from? And he just got all like, and I woke up. The funniest thing is that after that, he started disguising himself, wearing these horrific toupees, like sideways toupees.
I'm not that guy.
I'm a
different guy.
I'm a different scary guy. But he just kept, like, as I got older, he kept getting smaller in my dream and just more ridiculous, know?
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he went away.
I'm wondering if that's the same thing. I wonder if that's like the male part of you chasing you.
I don't know, but it was definitely something in my psyche wanting to protect me from something.
Okay.
That's how I viewed
Protect you? It sounds like he's trying to get you.
No, all he ever does is chase me away.
Oh, he's trying to trace you away from danger.
Yes.
Okay.
Or from something that I couldn't face or that he didn't want me to see. That kind of thing. Now, my parents were going through a divorce at the time. I was little. This happened between the ages of like 8 and...
So he was like the daddy you wanted. He was like the protective daddy you wanted.
No.
To take you away from all of the life's crap.
No, I didn't see it that way, but I did see it as a hindrance to my I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for my health, my mental health. It was a hindrance to my mental health because if there was something in my dreams that I needed to face, I wanted to face it, even as a kid. I didn't understand why I couldn't. And at first, like I said, he was very, very scary. But now in the last, and not nearly as many dreams, but a few dreams, there's this guy in my dreams, and he's always helping me. And he's like...
Does he have a bad toupee?
No, he doesn't. He's actually got, he kind of looks like my first husband a little bit, but not. He's blonde, blue-eyed. He's a little bit taller than me, like maybe 5'11", maybe 6 foot. He's in shape. He's in good shape. I do tend to notice his arms and his shoulders.
Maybe it's like on Bewitched when they traded Darrens, So like that guy, maybe they ended up firing him, and it's like, let's get the blonde, better built guy for this part now.
I always thought in my dreams, and I think I actually dreamed about this once, is that there's like this little control center in your head where there's little guys, and they're running the dream, right? And they're doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and they're just kind of watching and making things happen and stuff. Did you ever feel that way when you were little, or imagine that?
I think so, yeah.
I think a lot of people do. And, and with that recurring character in my dream as a kid, it really like reinforced the fact that somebody is doing something. And when I'm saying somebody, I'm pointing at myself.
Yeah.
Because clearly no one else is in my head, but I'm doing it to myself.
Okay.
And when I finally turned around and said, I recognize you, I think that was me standing up for myself and saying, you're not going to hurt me. You've never hurt me. So I'm not afraid of you anymore. And then he started to actually get smaller and smaller and smaller. And
until he
and
became
less.
blonde and well built.
And now he's blonde and well
He's
built.
a pool boy.
He's not, though.
Next thing you know, he's in my dream naked with me.
I have a feeling that if this man were working by a pool, he'd be bright red. He's got that kind of complexion.
Oh, I see. Some Nordic guy.
Anyways, yeah, it's weird. Dreams are weird. So that's my outlook on your latest dream.
Okay.
Is that you're in the needs for some male companions.
It's interesting. I always like it when I remember dreams. I think most of the time.
Yeah.
When they're because they're weird.
If they're scary and weird, then you're like, I don't want to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't want the scary ones too much. Well, one of the things in my dreams, I was talking about the CD where I couldn't remember where I put it. And I was thinking, this is my life now. And that's where I think the dream came from is all day long, I spend looking for stuff.
Yes, you do. I've seen you do it.
So like, I have a gallery now, and I'm going to hang a picture on the wall, and I have my hammer, and then I got to go get a nail, and then I'll go get my nail, and I'll come back, and I can't find where I put the hammer.
And then you can't find the picture that you were going to hang.
I spend 15 minutes looking for the hammer,
which is set down right there.
It is. My studio's not that big. The gallery's not, so it's like, and it makes me so mad because it's like, why? Where could I have put it? I'm not going to hide it under something,
right?
Even if I can't remember where I set it down, you would think that it would be right there because the room's not that big. And I will spend 15, 20 minutes looking for that freaking hammer. Finally, I'll find the hammer, and I'll be like, well, there it is. Why? I can't even believe it. And I'll get it. And then I can't find my nail. While I was looking for the hammer, I put the nail down, and I don't know where I put it. And then I will spend another 15 minutes looking for that. That never stops. It's just constant. To the point of ridiculousness.
This has been an ongoing thing for you. This is not brand new. Now, it might be worse now.
It's worse. See, that's the thing. So, like, and so at my age, I get like, I'm thinking, oh, am I getting early dementia? So I get really, and they tell you to look out for that kind of stuff. So I get really, really aware of that. But for the most part, that kind of thing's happened to me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
It seems to get more ridiculous now. There was age things that happen, like forgetting names and things like that. I don't feel like I have any kind of actual dementia.
Right.
But there is forgetfulness that happens more often in old age that starts coming out, and that definitely is more pronounced.
And it's bothersome. It takes up all your time to look for things. Now, when you and I worked together with your company, when I was not working any other jobs, I remember on a daily basis, we would be in the warehouse doing work, and you would lose your Coke.
I spend all day looking for my coffee. I don't know what I do.
And then you'd just go open another Coke.
And
then you'd have like 5 half-empty Cokes all throughout the studio.
Yeah, I lose my coffee constantly. I feel like they should make, those little tiles that they have that you can make. They should have coffee cups that do that.
That you can find with your phone, but then you'd have to find your phone.
Beeps. Yeah, well, I lose my phone all the time.
Exactly.
And the way how I get foiled with my phone is my phone is black, and if I put it on something black, I will never find it again.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Now, I'm a little more protective of my phone because my phone is also my wallet. So I always know where my phone is. However, I will say that I have left my phone in the cart at the grocery store, gotten all the way home, and then had to turn around and go back. And I've done that 3 times.
I remember one, you were with me and we had to do that.
That was my keys.
No, it was your phone.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
But I also did it with my keys. Remember, I used to have a carabiner on my keys, and I stuck it on the cart. And then we did our shopping, got back in the car, and I was like, where are my keys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, one more question I have for you here. And
What's up?
I know we've talked a little bit about this on the podcast before. But, so I have, and I won't go into all the details, but I'm working with some caricature stuff again. Doing caricatures in my art. And so I'm kind of working with my technique. I've been reading some books and stuff like that. And even like online, I've been looking at some work by other caricaturists. So just watching people work on YouTube. And what I'm noticing is, and this is really interesting. So, it doesn't happen with caricatures of white people, but when I see caricatures of Asians, sometimes black, when somebody's caricaturing a black person, I see these comments, but almost always Asian people say that the caricatures are racist.
But caricatures are supposed to pronounce, take a feature from your face,
yes,
and pronounce that feature, and make it fit, exaggerate that feature, and make it fit with the face so that you can still tell who it is.
And my question is, at what point does it actually become racist? Because you could call anything racist, and people do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like it's an interesting debate because caricatures are fun because they're funny.
Yeah.
Why are they funny? Because they exaggerate. They take a part of you and exaggerate. Some people don't like that. And to those people, I say, don't get a caricature then.
Right.
But that's what it is. It's if you have a scowl, they'll make you more scowly. If you have a big nose, they'll make your nose bigger. So, but what I'm seeing is, and I find this really interesting, just a caricature artist drawing Asian eyes, will be accused of being racist.
Interesting.
Now, I feel like this is one of those conversations we should have we should have other races here to talk about how that makes them feel.
Yes.
You and I had a caricature. People have caricatures all the time.
Right.
And most of the time they make you look dumb or goofy or whatever. But I've seen caricatures. So all right. So there was a guy that I think was a YouTube video. And he was caricaturing an Asian man. And in the end, the man had very thin upturned eyes and very, very big teeth, and those are kind of like Asian stereotypes. But then if you look at the original picture, that's what the guy looks like. So he just took his
natural features
that a caricaturist would exaggerate, and he exaggerated those, and then was accused of being racist.
Interesting. I don't know that that's fair.
I don't think it's fair. So I've seen really, really good caricatures of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is a man who has extremely large lips.
Yes.
Extraordinarily large lips. And so when you're drawing a caricature, you would overdraw those lips.
Exactly.
Really large.
Because that's what caricaturists do.
And I have seen people do that and then be accused of being racist. And the thing is, it's like the caricature artist is not saying everybody has lips like that. They're saying Jay-Z does. Because it's true. If someone was caricaturing me, they would make me look like as goofy as I am. And they're not saying everyone looks like that. They're saying
Rick looks like that.
This is what I chose to exaggerate on this face.
Now, in our caricature that we had done at the Ren Fair, that particular artist chose to exaggerate your brow.
Yes.
Very much. Now, you have, in more recent years, your brow has really lightened up somehow. I don't know why.
I don't know that that's true.
But you have a deep brow.
Yeah.
And so he picked that feature from your face and exaggerated it.
As I would if I was caricaturing, because that's what you do.
Yeah, and then with me, I think I was having a giggle fit at the time.
You were a little tipsy.
So he exaggerated my smile.
Yes.
Because I couldn't stop smiling.
You laughed the whole time.
I laughed for 15 minutes straight.
Yes.
And it might have been an anxiety attack. I
don't
know.
I think it was.
But that's what he chose to exaggerate on me, and I don't think that I have that big of a smile. But when I'm acting like that, that's what he's seeing. And he doesn't know me normally. All he saw was this big, huge giggle smile. And so that's what he chose to caricature.
I find it really interesting, and it's a debate. I don't even know how to have the debate, but it's one that I would like to. Maybe we do a full show on it a little more at some point. But
I would like to have some other folks here.
Yeah. Where does it become racist? Because you can't say that other races are not allowed to have caricatures. Because personally, I know some fantastic African-American caricature artists. They do great work.
Yeah.
They caricature everyone.
Yeah.
So if they're caricaturing, let's say they're caricaturing another African-American person, and they do the exaggerate, are they racist? How could they be racist?
Yeah, it's not fair.
I feel like there are certain accusations that people don't think about when they make them.
Yeah.
And it can be dangerous, but I think that, I don't know. I feel like racism has to be tied in with one of two things, either ignorance or meanness.
Or a feeling of superiority.
And that is a meanness.
Yeah.
And also an ignorance. But like when it's tied in with comedy, especially if it's not being mean comedy, I feel like that it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. I think that to me it's kind of it's a shame that we have not allowed ourselves to laugh at our differences.
Well,
so
yeah.
if you have I think there's a movie where the Wayans brothers dress like white guys.
Yeah.
That's
White
funny.
girls,
Why
actually.
not? That's funny. If I've seen Eddie Murphy dress like a white. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody was dressing like an Asian person, depending on the role, if they were being mean spirited, I would think this shouldn't be done.
Right.
If it was done and it was funny and it was done well, I don't know. I mean, I think a perfect example is Robert Downey Jr. as a black man in Tropic Thunder.
Yes. People love that
Tom
movie.
Cruise as an old Jewish guy or a middle-aged Jewish guy was hysterical in that movie. And you could say it's racist, maybe it is, but I just feel like it's the same way with caricatures. It's like you're not doing it out of meanness; you're doing it just to exaggerate and out of fun. But a lot of times, if you're just even if you're doing an accurate portrayal and you're drawing Asian eyes, people will say that's racist. Some people say it's racist.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. But yeah, let's have that conversation, and let's have a longer conversation about it.
Okay.
We'll have somebody join us. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and do my days of the week.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. We're almost done here.
So whatever you do, don't record over this, okay?
All right.
Okay. So September 13th,
Yes.
that is Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And September 13th,
Today.
yeah, today, quote unquote. It's National Bald is Beautiful Day.
Okay.
I have met some super beautiful bald people, men and women alike. And I think that if you have the bone structure and you have a nice, not bumpy head,
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
it looks great. My head has bumps all over it. I don't know. My mom dropped me a lot when I was a baby.
I don't think I could do it.
I couldn't do it. And my face is too round.
Yeah,
I think.
you got a really fat face.
I have a very fat face. If I had a more elongated jawline, or I mean, I do have pretty high cheekbones.
Well, you have a very round face. If you shaved your head, you would just look like
I look like a cue ball,
you'd look like a big pin.
right?
Yeah.
Especially because, and this doesn't mean anything to anybody. This is my own personal feeling about myself. When I am overweight, I feel like short hair exaggerates my overweightness.
I think it's opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that when my hair is longer, it exaggerates my overweightness?
Yes.
Interesting. I was thinking about cutting it off and saying, fuck it.
Yeah. I think you look younger and thinner when you have shorter hair.
Okay.
Especially younger. You look happier and younger.
And I look more
longer
put
hair,
together.
Yeah. Longer hair makes you look,
Frumpy.
it makes you look more like a mom.
Ew.
It makes you look more like a middle-aged person.
Well, I am
There's
a
nothing
middle-aged
wrong with
person.
either of those things. I'm
Right.
just saying that's the vibe. And the same way with my wife, who's started growing out her hair. I think it ages her. I think it makes her look older. When her hair was shorter, it made her look younger.
Interesting.
But there's nothing wrong with looking older, and I don't have the problem with longer or shorter hair.
Yeah.
That's just the vibe that I get off of that.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling me. I
Go cut your hair, fatty.
shut up. I do actually want to go have a professional cut done, because it just, it also just makes me kind of feel more put together. Mm-hmm. A professional cut and color. But I have to take the dog to the vet, so we'll see how much money I have left over.
When my hair was long, which I kind of liked it, but when it was long and I've seen pictures, I look fatter, I look larger, I look bigger with my longer hair. And then when I cut it, I look younger and not quite as heavy, I think.
I would agree with the younger part,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I still look fat. Is that what
You're
you're
still
telling me?
fat, yeah.
I still look fat
You're
ass.
still fatty.
Okay.
Anyways, that is the day for Monday.
Okay.
Bald is Beautiful Day. September 14th, which is Tuesday, is it is National Cream-Filled Donut Day.
Nice. Let's get one.
What's your favorite cream-filled donut?
Just cream.
Just cream.
Yeah, just like that. Whatever. I don't know what it is. It's
Well,
just
there's the Boston cream, and then
Yeah.
there's the Bavarian cream.
I don't know the difference. It's just white, creamy inside the. I don't
Goodness.
okay. I guess what I'm getting at is I don't like the jelly stuff. I don't like
Okay, so you're not
raspberry.
Like
I don't
okay.
like the. I just like that kind of creamy, white, creamy stuff.
Those are my go-to as well.
Yeah.
I like
I
white
don't really
creamy
want
stuff.
to say that after talking about my gay dreams, but
I like white creamy stuff.
I like white cream in my donuts.
It just doesn't go over well.
No.
You know, I do like the jelly filled, but I don't like powdered donuts. And they always put jelly in powdered donuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my favorite when I was little, and I think it might still be, is the lemon filled.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good.
Coconut cream sometime. Mm-hmm.
No, I'll pass on the coconut.
Oh, yeah, you don't like coconut.
But it is also National Sober Day.
Let's get sober, everybody.
So we're going to have to be sober on Tuesday. No drinking on Tuesday.
Do you have sober friends? So, like, I have some sober friends, and every once in a while I'll either do a joke or I'll talk about a beer or a cocktail, and then I feel bad.
Don't. I mean, as long as you're not pushing it on them.
No, I'm not, but I just like, oh, shit. Because, like...
So you're talking about people who are in recovery.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's like, I don't intentionally want to make it look cool.
Right.
Like, if someone was just like, man, I would really enjoy smoking my cigarettes, and I would be like, I want one, or my cigars or something,
yeah.
you know. So I know what that would feel like, you know. It's like, oh, I'd really like to have one, and I don't do it on purpose, you know, but I forget sometimes that they're following me. And it's like I don't want to make it seem like they're missing out on something cool.
Well, they know full well they're not missing out on something cool because they're not missing their drunk days. I guarantee you that. If they're in recovery, they might occasionally crave a drink, but they certainly don't crave what happens afterwards.
No, and being sober is not just about drinking. It's just about being clear in life.
Yes, exactly. And did you know that it can take up to 6 days for the effects of alcohol to stop on your body?
Yes.
6
I do know
days.
that. Yes. Or longer. Mm-hmm.
Or longer.
Yeah. And mentally.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. Like
I haven't smoked in years.
Yeah.
But I can watch a movie with someone smoking. I'm just like, oh, I want to go right now and light up.
Do you know what? If I see it on TV and I'm in a certain mood, now I haven't smoked since before you stopped smoking.
Yeah.
But if I see it on TV, and I quit like 3 times, I stopped for like 2 years at a time each time, and then lit up again. I don't know why, but when I finally quit, and it was time.
Yeah.
And I see it on TV, and if I'm in a certain mood, I'm like, oh, that kind of looks good.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, oh no, because as soon as I'm around it, if I can smell it in someone else's car driving down the interstate,
I love it.
I just want to puke.
No,
but I'm allergic to cigarettes.
Oh.
And I smoked for 15 years.
I love it. I love the smell.
It just makes me sick. It makes me ill.
Cigarettes and popcorn are the things that I see in a movie. Like, I have to have it as soon as I see it.
I
will, as soon as I see popcorn, I will get up.
Yep.
I will freeze the movie and get up and go make popcorn.
I have witnessed this action. I know I can claim that it is true.
Yeah, I have to.
And I think it's funny. Let's see what else. Oh, it's also National Live Creative Day, which everybody should do every day.
Sure.
Okay, so Wednesday is September 15th. Oh. It is National Cheese Toast Day.
Oh, that sounds kind of good.
In the mornings sometimes.
That's a good fall food.
I'll do cheese toast for breakfast.
Is it fall this week? Next week? 21st, 22nd?
Next week. Okay, so...
We need to do a fall show.
Oh, guess what else it is?
National Cheese Toast with bacon.
You're close.
It's
National Double Cheeseburger Day.
Oh, I was close, wasn't I?
You were close.
Oh, that means we got to go to Grindhouse.
We got to go to Grindhouse.
What day is that?
That is Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go to Grindhouse.
Okay, we'll go to... Well, you won't be here.
Huh?
You won't be here. You'll be out of town.
What day is that?
Oh, wait, no, that's... Okay, sorry.
What day is it?
The 15th.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. We'll go to Grindhouse.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Day when I get back. Day after I get back.
Just so there's no confusion, we are recording early. Okay, so we'll go to Grindhouse on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one by my house, so you just drive by, pick it up, and bring it over.
No, we go there. Get your mask on.
Get your mask on and go. All right. Let's see. September 16th, which is Thursday, is... Okay, I'm not a fan of this, but it's National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day.
Okay. I can eat it. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I can eat it. I mean, cinnamon, I will have that on almost anything.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Raisins, I'm a decent fan of raisins. There are certain things I don't like raisins in.
Yeah.
But cinnamon raisin bread, sure, I'll have it.
I saw a meme on Facebook today that said, my husband just came home with ice cream with raisins in it. This was a short marriage.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've had rum raisin ice cream.
I think I could do that.
Yeah.
It'd be my favorite, but,
Just do it. Ooh, this is even better. It's National Guacamole Day.
Nah, that's not my favorite. I'd rather eat the raisins.
Love guacamole.
It tastes like it's grass pudding. Guacamole is just grass pudding.
It is
Let's
not
face it.
grass pudding.
That's what I call it. It's what it is.
It's so good.
It tastes like grass pudding.
Okay. You have weird tastes. So Friday the 17th is... Let's see. What is it? It's National Monte Cristo Day. Do you like a Monte Cristo? Now, you don't eat Monte Cristos because they have meat in them.
What is that? I know the Count of Monte Cristo.
So, Crisco. Count of Monte Lard. No, the Monte Cristo is a sandwich. It's kind of a French toast sandwich.
Okay.
But it's got cheese and ham inside.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the ham. We could get some veggie ham and try it.
And then you do like the dump in the custard like you would with the French toast.
Oh.
And then you make French toast out of it.
Oh.
And so the cheese gets all melty and the ham gets warm. But then on top of that, now you can change it to what's it called? A Madame Cristo? Or a Cristo Madame? By putting a fried egg on top when you're done.
Okay. So basically heart attack.
Yeah. Yummy. Yummy heart attack
Yeah.
in the making. So that is Friday. Now, we probably won't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that one.
This one's weird and awkward for me.
Uh-oh.
It's National Hug Your Boss Day.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Who wants to hug their boss?
My wife's a little bossy, and I'll hug her.
She's not your boss, though.
I think she is.
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, she thinks she is.
But that's not normally on the 17th. That changes annually.
But I'm my own boss, so I'll hug me any day.
Hug yourself.
Yes.
Hug your pets.
Hug yourself day.
Hug a friend.
There's the day. Why don't they have that day?
A hug yourself
Hug
day?
yourself day.
Totally.
Play with yourself day. Is there a
Whack off
masturbation
day?
There should be. How did we go from hug your boss to masturbating?
I don't know, but let's not ever think about that again.
I hope there's not a masturbate your boss day. No.
Who
said that?
Masturbate
Stop
your
it.
boss day.
Quit.
Now, if your boss is somebody that you're like into, maybe.
You can get a promotion.
Possibly. Yeah. Okay, let me make sure I got my days right. It's the hold on. I'm so confused
Where
today.
are you?
So Thursday.
What's going on?
I'm counting.
Where's our days?
I'm counting. Okay, so I did Friday.
You did Friday the 17th.
Okay, thank you. Don't hug your boss. Just don't do it. Unless you really like them. So the 18th, which is Saturday.
Yes.
Wow, in the same week, it's National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh.
Didn't we just do this on Wednesday? That was double cheeseburger.
So yeah, that's so stupid. You have double cheese.
That's ridiculous.
It really should be the opposite, though. You should have your cheeseburger first and then your double cheese.
No, you have your double cheeseburger first.
That's a letdown.
And then you have a cheeseburger because you may not be able to finish
You're
it.
too fat.
Exactly, you're too
I like
full.
the other way. I go that way, and it's like if you liked the challenge of that one, then try it twice. That's the way I would go for it.
All right, then.
And I would also hug two of my bosses the next day. Hug two bosses day.
Hug two bosses day. It is also Responsible Dog Ownership Day.
Oh, I am that. Yeah.
So responsible dog owners take care of their animals. They have them indoors.
Yeah.
They don't leave them at like lawn ornaments.
No. Don't chain them up.
Don't chain them up outside.
I will come and kick your ass.
That's not cool. You take them to the vet regularly. You take care of their health. You feed them good food. Just be a responsible dog owner. And, don't let them out, like, without you.
Just take care of them.
They're going to get hurt.
Take care of your puppies. And you don't even hardly have to tell anybody that anymore. Everybody does that.
You'd be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I just think that more people treat their dogs like kids than used to. They really take care of their animals. But some people just don't know.
I agree. Some people are ignorant.
Well, some people were raised, because I did, I was raised... Dogs
don't come in.
Yeah, you never brought the dog in. But it's just like, it got so cold sometimes we would sneak the dog in.
Oh,
Poor little puppy.
poor puppies.
Yeah.
So be responsible dog owners, and don't just do it on Saturday. Do it every day.
Every day. And then finally,
The 19th is Sunday. You know what September 19th is?
I don't know.
It's Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Is that it? Is
yeah,
that the day?
September 19th. It's also my friend's birthday.
It should be dressed like a pirate day, too.
Okay, dress like a pirate.
Dress and talk.
I'm not going anywhere, so I'll totally dress like a pirate in my house. And I will talk like a pirate in all of my meetings that day.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's Sunday. Never mind. I won't have any meetings that day.
Okay.
But National Talk Like a Pirate Day, do it.
Do it.
And that's it for the week. I think we're good. Oh, wait, no, you might want to hear this one.
Okay.
Sunday is also Wife Appreciation Day.
I appreciate my wife.
You should show her that
I
you appreciate
do.
her.
Well, you don't know how I show her.
Don't want to know how you show her.
I showed her last night.
Oh, God, don't tell me these things.
I do. I always show her appreciation.
Except for when you're annoying her on purpose.
What we would appreciate is people sending in a story
Yes.
for our Halloween extravaganza.
Patrick said that he's writing.
I know. He did. He was the only one who did it last year.
That's exciting, though.
but embarrassing for everyone else.
Right.
I
I
mean,
think
he totally-
everyone
he
should
totally
write a story.
embarrassed Everyone.
He's
You
going
remember
to.
when we did the Kilt of Horrors? We got so many stories.
Yeah.
And then now we do this and we get no stories.
Nothing.
Except
Nobody.
For Patrick.
Nobody loves us except
Well,
for Patrick.
I feel like so this we've been giving you plenty of time.
Plenty.
You still have plenty of time. You have all of September.
It doesn't have
First
to be a
of
long
October
story.
is the deadline. It is the art of the dead. It could be anything about the dead, zombies, anything coming back, anything I say coming back to life, but it could be any kind of about the dead.
You've got about
Totally.
3.5 weeks to get this to us.
I got to write mine. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Please don't embarrass yourself.
Like say all this stuff and then I end up not doing mine. I got to start writing mine. Everybody needs to help us out, and then we're going to have a live reading of this.
Yes.
At the gallery, the Rec Gallery.
In Tucker.
I think we've said the 22nd. Is that Friday, October 22nd? That's not official, people. We will make it official, but I think I'm just telling you that to plan.
Wait, the 22nd is a Wednesday.
October?
Oh, no, I'm looking at September. Sorry. I'm stupid.
We all know.
Shut up.
October, I believe October 22nd.
I believe it is the
Friday.
22nd
Yeah.
because the following Saturday is the 28th.
You know what I found out today?
What?
They canceled Pride, Atlanta Pride.
No. I mean, you knew they would.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, very disappointing. But anyway, we're not, unless COVID just totally outbreaks, we're not going to cancel. We do expect people to wear some protection.
Yes.
We will be wearing protection, but it'll still be fun. You can read with protection on your face.
Yeah.
And you're just going to sit there in the dark. Who cares what you're wearing on your face? But we do encourage you to dress up if you want.
In a costume.
Yeah, and it could be a simple thing. Mostly it's just fun. Sit and listen to some scary stories.
Yeah.
And,
Have a beer, maybe.
Have a beer. We will have some beer. We will have snacks. You know what I'm getting for the gallery?
What?
A popcorn machine.
I know you told me.
I know.
That's
so
so
we'll
cool.
have, hopefully I'll have it by then, and we can have popcorn and beer and just sit around and everybody can be fun. You know what I would love?
What?
And I might do this.
What?
I just thinking about it. I hadn't even
Then
planned
tell
it.
me.
We should have a little break where people can come up and tell some horror or scary stories of their own, like things that might have been scary that happened in their life.
Ooh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
It happened the last Kilt of Horrors we did at Mac McGee. Remember the waitress got up and told a scary story? So we should do that. I think we're gonna. We're not. I think we will. Let's just say that
We're gonna
plan
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
And you can come up if you're present.
Yeah.
You can come up and you can tell a scary thing that actually happened to you. Keep it, to 5 minutes or less. But just, that would be fun to share those stories, like campfire stories.
Yeah. Or send it to us, and you can send it to us at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
And we'll talk about it.
Again, 5 minutes really is all you need. If you want to go 10, that's fine. Just
Sure.
don't do an hour show.
No.
An hour story. And just make it fun and interesting.
We're not looking for novellas here.
No.
No.
If you want to do that, please just kind of reach out and say, hey, I'd kind of like to write a story. You're not committing. You're not obligating yourself. Just tell us your intent that you would like to, and we will hopefully be looking out for your story. That's what Patrick did.
Yeah, that's what he did. And we know we'll get it from him.
We think we will.
We know we will.
Last one was good. He's a good story writer.
He is a very good story writer.
So we'll have that. And then we're going to do ours. I don't
Yep.
know if we'll do classics. We might do some classics. But I'm trying to get some actual professional actors to come in and do some stuff, too.
That might be fun.
I'm hoping we can get that done. So anyway, that's going to happen in October. And, we try to entertain you people.
That's what we do.
We don't know if you listen.
You don't.
We don't know
we
if
know
you
you
like
don't.
it. But we try.
We will also be recording the Halloween event.
Yeah.
And
For
uploading that.
For those who live in New York. And
Yeah, for
Long
people who
Island
can't
and
show up.
Things like that. Far, far, far away.
And, overseas.
Yeah.
They're not likely to show up in Atlanta.
Yeah. What were we, like Belgium or something? We were like the #1 relationship podcast.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel bad for the Belgiums.
Maybe they will show
The
up.
Belgiums.
They'll get a group rate on flights.
We got like some people, like tourists that come and go, where is this that's happening? And we're like, what? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You traveled all this way? Well, you shouldn't have.
We only have one story, and it's Patrick's.
It's a short show. Hang out with us on Facebook, people. Facebook, and we also have a secret Facebook group, the Disaster Baiters. It's so secret we don't even talk on the group. No one mentions anything.
No one says a
You wouldn't
word.
even know it's there. But it's packed full of people. So look us up. Go to the Disaster Baiters and follow us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Instagram.
Sometimes.
I post a lot of naked pictures of myself on Instagram. So you definitely want to follow us there.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's
No.
great. It's
No.
awesome.
Oh, God.
All right, let's talk about this beer. Maximus Colossal IPA. What do you think of it?
It's by Lagunitas, and it's 9.0% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
It's funny because when we both first tasted it, we were like, "Meh."
Yeah.
And now we're both almost done.
Well, you got to have something to drink during the show.
That's true, and I didn't bring any water up.
Every time I take a sip, though, I make a face. It's just so bitter. It's so bitter.
It is
can't.
quite bitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm giving it a 2.
okay. I think I'm going to give it
can't.
a 2.5, 2.5.
All right.
Because the for me, anyways, the bitterness did wear off a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, it's still there.
Yeah.
But it's not as pronounced as it was when I first took a sip.
It still is with me, but I will say, and I recognize some people love IPAs for that very reason. So if
Yeah.
you do, it's actually got a decent taste, and I mean the 9.0 is pretty darn good.
We can tell.
I feel a little good,
I'm a little warm.
little warmth going on there.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's not a bad beer. I can't say it's just not one that I.
It's not one I'm going to pick up anytime
No,
soon.
I'm sorry. But if you like IPAs, I think you'll like it.
Probably. And the ABV helps.
Totally. Okay, is that it? Are
That's
we done?
it. We're done,
I'm
man.
gonna really try hard not to destroy this podcast.
Please don't just hit save.
Yeah, I'm just gonna save it and then it'll be fine. All right, we'll see you next week, people. I'll be back for my trip, and it'll be late September. Oh man, it'll
Getting
be
there.
autumn.
Getting there.
It'll be autumn on our next show.
This morning the air had
Yeah.
a crispness to it.
Yep,
And I
it's
was
happening.
like, it's happening.
It is. All right, we'll see you then when everything's crispy.
Yep.
All right,
Even
bye.
us. Bye. This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.